Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Mother's House podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, share, turn on your notifications. And I am Deshaun.
And clap your hands, everybody. And everybody just clap your hands. And we are Mother House, and we got to say hello. Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Corey. What's going on, everybody?
I didn't enjoy that at all. I didn't.
That was terrible.
At all.
What's going on, cousin? How you living?
I'm great. How you living?
Well, man, can't complain. Feeling great, feeling blessed.
Good.
Like highly favored, whatever people be saying these days.
Right. Oh, whatever they say.
Whatever they say.
Yeah.
No, man, what's going on? So today we're talking about the new Harriet Tubman trailer that just released. Mm-hmm. Do you know what film house is making this one?
Oh, I don't.
I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it.
They don't say it on the internet?
It probably does. I just found out who's the writer and the director. I'm going to pull it back up so I can actually say the people's name. Right. So if you guys give us a second. But from your first reaction looking at the trailer, what did the film look like to you?
It's cool. It's cool. I don't hate it. Like, it looks like it'll be good. I mean, Harriet Tubman movie is automatically interesting because of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you not be interested in the Harriet Tubman movie? You know?
Yeah, interested in that story.
Right,
you know
exactly. I can't say that I was particularly impressed with the trailer. I saw Janelle Monae, you know, but and I'm not gonna say it was bad. I feel like I didn't see enough of it to really judge it. But I do feel like I am interested. I'm very interested.
Okay. All right, so I'm pulling up the information. So the director is going to be a black woman named Cassie Lemons. Mm-hmm. She also co-wrote the film with a man named Gregory Allen Howard. I don't know who he is, and his picture not pulling up, so he could be Caucasian. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but Cassie Lemons is a female black director that's directing this film. From my first reaction to the trailer looks interesting. I think they've taken a step at her, at Harriet Tubman. They probably pulling from her documentary, her book, her autobiography about that Harriet Tubman, and talking about her earlier years, what led her to fight for freedom for slaves. They're gonna focus more. I think it's supposed to be more so of a love story.
Is it really? Interesting.
I think that's where they're gonna go with it, because within the book, she described how she wanted to get back to her family. Want to get her family once she left and got freedom. She wanted to go back and get her family. That's where it started. So
I would be disappointed if it's a love story.
You wouldn't?
I would.
I would if it's just a love story.
It gotta be more than that. I mean, it's Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, it's more than that. Gotta be. From looking at the trailer looked interesting. Like you said, it didn't, wow me like, oh my gosh, right. The cinematography is astounding, and that's probably just the way they cut the trailer.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The movie can still be great. Janelle Monae, wifey is in it, so
wifey, stupid.
So that's a good look for Janelle Monae. I see she really push her acting chops to her artistic acting abilities out there.
Hey, Janelle Monae can act too.
She can. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's a thespian. She was in the theater. But the most interesting thing about the whole Harriet Tubman movie, this whole new announcement, is the conversation behind the casting of Harriet. And the actress that's playing Harriet is Cynthia
Erivo, I believe.
Erivo. She also played in let me see. Let me look at hers. Film discography. She played in Widows. Some of y'all might have seen it. I've never seen Widows. Broad City, Bad Times at El Royale, The Tunnel. So she's not a well-known actress. This her biggest film that she did that most people probably recognize her from is The Widows movie with Viola Davis, which is surprising. A lot of people was pinning Viola Davis to play Harriet Tubman, but that's okay. The issue is so I'm gonna let you describe the issue with the casting of it.
Well, the issue is Cynthia Erivo is a British of Nigerian descent, I believe. She's from London, but her family goes back to Nigeria.
Well, she's from Nigeria. Yeah, she's a Nigerian descent.
She's not American. She's not an American descendant of slavery. She's not a part of the ADOS. She's not African American. She's not American. She's not a black American.
Right.
So people feel like that a role such as a Harriet Tubman role should be played by...
we got to keep in context. Harriet Tubman is an iconic figure within the African American ADOS community.
Right.
And she actually is important, but I'm going to take it a little further. Harriet Tubman is a symbol across all diaspora, so...
Well, people feel like, because Harriet Tubman was... ADOS, and that, the role of Harriet Tubman is, it's Harriet Tubman. That's like Harriet Tubman. That's up there. People feel like it should be played by an American actress, a black American actress, with roots to slavery.
Right.
ADOS.
Right. Give me your initial thoughts on this.
I agree. I feel like, how hard is it to find a black actress? Is it really that?
The crazy thing is, it's really not that hard.
Is it that hard?
It's really not that hard. See, Hollywood is when it comes to black actors and actresses, in Hollywood, it's 6 degrees of relatively and separation for almost all black actors and actresses within Hollywood. And I'm talking about, and then when you separate that from black people who are actors and actresses who are just, ADOS, descendants of slaves, actors and actresses, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's the pot get a little smaller there. And then when you bring in the UK, it grows bigger. So the issue is, what I'm hearing from a lot of people, the issue is the fact that she's just not ADOS. That's the issue. And then also see that some people claim that she say a lot of negative things about.
Yeah, she has said some things as well about African American, kind of making fun of African Americans. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she has.
And that's probably within the past 2 years, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. That's discouraging on her as a character, but I don't know if that will play on her, how she will play the role of Harriet Tubman. I think she could probably still capture it. I don't really have a problem with the casting, me personally, because, I don't see it as that serious, but I know that there is a problem with Hollywood not casting, African Americans into movie roles. They always go to the UK,
right,
or somebody outside of African Americans. They always pull outside, especially in Hollywood. Now, as far as this movie goes, I don't know who the film house is making. I don't know what production company is behind it. I have no idea, who's going to benefit from this film. You know what I'm saying? I think. Let me ask you this question: do you think the story of Harriet Tubman is bigger than who they cast? Or is it so big that they have to get it right?
I think they should get it right because of who it is.
Right.
I feel like it's a story bigger than who they cast. I feel like it is. But I still think who they cast, it's still a pivotal role. You are the story.
Yeah. That's why she has to I have to see the film for me to be cast judgment on. Well, they probably got somebody who could probably relate more.
Well, this is how I feel. It's not a like. Of course, you want whoever to get the position to do a good job, but it's to me, it's more important than who does better. Because I feel like a spot like Harriet Tubman to play that role should go to someone, you know what I'm saying, who is of her ethnicity. That's how I feel. Because I feel like that's a pivotal role, and that's a very important role, and that's almost like a trophy. You're giving that trophy to someone else who wasn't on Harriet Tubman's team. That's how I feel.
Well, we don't know if she was on Harriet Tubman. She would have been on Harriet Tubman's team. Harriet Tubman was for all people who was in the diaspora. She wanted freedom for everybody. She wasn't just freedom for just the African Americans and seven slaves. She wanted.
Well, she wasn't freedom for her because she wasn't even in America. She was in Nigeria.
Yeah, true. But still, at the same time, like I said, Harriet Tubman wanted freedom for all people, and during that time, tribalism was really heavy.
I don't think. Well, I'm not saying that Harriet Tubman only liked Black Americans. I'm saying Harriet Tubman is a Black American who played. Right. That's what I'm saying. So I think a Black American should play that spot of a Black American.
Hey man, you ain't gotta get hostile. Calm down.
I just gotta say it, okay?
I just gotta be clear. No, let me be clear. What I am saying. All right, Black Twitter. But what I was trying to say is that, like, with Harriet Tubman, the story of Harriet Tubman, I think the story is bigger than who they cast. And with that being said, it doesn't really matter if it's an ADOS or if it's not. I'm more concerned who write the story, what the story is going to be about. Are they going to try to make a twist and make Harriet Tubman fall in love with a white guy? You know what I'm saying? I want to know where the story going. You know what I'm saying? As far as the actress, I never seen her in anything. I don't know how she acts. I don't know her capabilities. I think there's a lot of female Black ADOS actresses that could have took that role just as well. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how many people knew about this role, how many people auditioned for the role. You know what I'm saying? Is she their first pick? Only pick. You know what I'm saying? So it all comes down who it really the issue is not really Cynthia Erivo. It's really the casting agent. You know what I'm saying?
So my next question is: you say it doesn't matter who they cast. Did you just say that?
Yeah.
So can an Indian woman play that role? Would you have an issue if an Indian woman went? So why don't you have an issue if an African woman was to play that role?
Because we're all African.
And see, that's where the divide starts.
yeah, I know. Because right now in America, amongst African Americans and Africans or people within the diaspora, we in a tribalism type of community. Everybody having their own sets. When it comes to politics, I think we need to have those kind of standards. When it comes to entertainment, not so much. It can be a little loose with that. You know what I'm saying? This is more so entertainment.
And I'll say this.
And storytelling. And I think the story of Harriet Tubman need to be out there for people to see, and the casting of it and should not block the story of it. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're saying, but my thing is, like, for entertainment in general, like, let's see, the girl who plays on Insecure, like, okay, that's just Insecure.
Talk about
all of them is from somewhere else. That's just Insecure. Like 3 out of 4 of the girls are from somewhere else. That's just Insecure. But Harriet Tubman, like, that's a whole nother level of a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different.
I get it, but like I said, what was the guy that played in Selma?
He was from somewhere else too. He should have been American.
Yeah, but a lot of people did have a problem with Selma. They said they didn't really like it. I loved the movie. It was cool. I mean, it wasn't. I got the movie too. Bought it. What was it? David
Oyuelo or something like that.
Lobo. Yeah. I mean, he's a great actor. You know what I'm saying? And she's probably a great actress as well. I don't want to take away from their talent, but what I'm trying to say is the people they portray. Who's the best person to capture? Who's able to capture that person should play the role. I do agree with that. But I do think they could have went and probably should have tried harder to get an African American descendant of slavery. That's why I said I'm more interested on the casting. Why cast her?
Right, like I get it. It's for her. It's an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand where you're coming from. Of course, she didn't make the movie. Like I get it. Like of course, it's definitely on casting. But I feel like
Hollywood does this. They've been doing this. They've been excluding African Americans, African descendants of slaves, and that's not just entertainment, not just acting. You know what I'm saying?
It's all over the place.
Not just all over the place. It's within the work industry. It's always goes to people who they feel they can deal with the most, and culturally in
or
America.
Cheaper.
And well, not necessarily cheaper.
Yeah, necessarily cheaper in the workforce.
Well, they're in the workforce, yeah, but not necessarily. Like for instance, with this casting, not necessarily cheaper. It's more so who's not going to call it as much ruckus.
Right. Well, I mean,
what I'm saying?
Well, in a sense, that could be seen as cheaper too.
Yeah, that could be seen as cheaper too.
Samuel L. Jackson, he said that usually the overseas actors are cheaper.
And that's probably true because they can't really find no. And that's another reason why we see a lot of UK actors in America because they can't find work in the UK. They won't give them no acting jobs over there. That's why they come to Hollywood. That's why you got a big population of UK actors doing Hollywood because Hollywood will hire them. Mm-hmm. And also, when it comes to with Hollywood and excluding African American, like I said, it's a small pot. Like household names, you could probably name them. You could probably name them off. And I can't say you can name off your hand, but you can name them. Like you can name the well-known actors and actresses that's relevant and popular now who could have played the role of Harriet Tubman off the top of your head, and that's who Hollywood would have looked at. You dig what I'm saying? And when there's even more actors and actresses like across the United States,
right?
That don't
like
get looked at.
So many actresses who like are in school right now who would who this could be like their breakthrough movie. That this could make them.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people like that. A lot of people. There's people right now doing independent films. You know, independent films. And my issue is that's why I'm more interested. Like I was looking up when I first heard about it and heard people was upset. Well, let me look at the writers. Let me look at the director. Let me see who's really spearheading this movie. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Who's pushing this movie? Who's trying to promote this movie? Who's behind this movie? And what story they're trying to tell? I'm really interested in that more so than why they cast. And then I can get to a reason why they probably casted, Cynthia for the role. Right. The fact that she said something disparaging about African Americans 2 years ago, I mean, that should be called out. Most definitely should be called out. And challenged and questioned. She should adhere to those questions. Which I've seen her in interviews. She even says a lot of people have a problem with her playing the role since she's not from America as Harriet Tubman, and she says she's open to people. I guess discussion about it because she said this is a real discussion. We need to have that kind of discussion, and she said something to the effect that she just hoped that she can do justice, help African. Once they see the movie, I hope they don't feel offended, basically, from after seeing the movie.
I don't think anyone's going to be offended by her. Well, I'm not. It's like you said, it's not really about her. It's more so why did they pick her?
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, and when I say this, I don't mean this to offend anybody, but it's not even somewhat, it's kind of facts. If you pay close attention to what's going on, most people who are in the United States who are African descended. You know what I'm saying? Because we all African descended, but who are not ADOS. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They come to the country to play it safe. Exactly. So they ain't gonna cause too much ruckus. Mm-hmm. Black people, we been here. We been causing ruckus. We going to say when we feel unjust. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We gonna speak it out loud. Them, not so much. They gotta find the nuances of when they gonna do it. You dig what I'm saying? They're more strategic with it. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And they are more quote unquote easygoing.
You're a little bit more docile.
More docile. So that's probably another reason why they quick to look over to UK and somebody outside of America, ADOS, as actors and actresses. And that's and that's fucked up. That shouldn't be the case. But you gotta think about it. We don't run Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
What's the guy named Brian?
You can show boycott this movie though. You should.
I don't think people should boycott the movie. Me personally, I think the story is too big to boycott the movie.
I think you can get that story in a lot of different places.
You can. I mean, they got a lot of. This is not a first attempt to make a Harriet Tubman movie, and nor is the only entertainment story of Harriet Tubman's life. They got a lot of plays who African American descendants of slaves built, wrote.
I mean, they're books. It's history, yeah.
Yeah, it's been done constantly on and off all throughout, cinema and theater. But so I think this is one adaptation. I'm not saying boycott this. I'm saying just because this is the first, this may inspire you to make your own story about Harriet Tubman. Catch your own actor or actresses to play the role that you want within this film. You know what I'm saying? I think people being a little bit more nitpicky in some regards, and also in the same regards, I think people have a valid reason to be nitpicky.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like people. I mean, we have the right to be nitpicky. I mean, it's Harriet Tubman. Like,
it is exactly. That's why I said
this is not like goddamn Bad Boys 3 or some shit. Like, it's Harriet Tubman. Come on.
Like, people have issues. I think it's the actress who playing Monica Rambeau in the upcoming WandaVision for the MCU. I think she's not ADOS. A lot of people were saying something about her. I'm like, well, that's a fictional character, so y'all chill out.
People were saying something. I think about some. They had problems with The Rock playing someone at one point. I think people had problems with like Batwoman being played by someone different. It's like they be having problems with these fictional characters, but why is it such an issue when ADOS have a problem with someone who's playing like one of the most important people in ADOS history?
And I get it, but like I'm saying, it's not like they casted who y'all want, Scarlett Johansson to play Harriet Tubman. You know what I'm saying?
Is it not? I feel like it is like they did that. I feel like it's the same thing.
I don't feel like it's the same thing at all. I don't feel like it's the same thing at all.
She just looked like
I said, yeah, because not only because she just looked like us, it doesn't mean that she can't capture the essence of what we're going through. And it's probably be a very well enlightened
and that's my point. Like, no one's saying she can't act. Like, I'm sure she's talented. Like, I'm not saying the girl don't know what she's doing. I just would rather, but I'm also not saying that there aren't a bunch of girls from Georgia, Texas, wherever ADOS people lived in this country who couldn't play that role. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure she's talented. I agree. I know the girl ain't got this far from being not talented. Like, I'm pretty sure she's good.
Because like with Black Panther, right? The movie Black Panther. ADOS plays an African character in that film. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's a fictional character. Right. This is Harriet Tubman. So that's why I get the argument. You know what I'm saying? I get the argument. And I think the conversations need to be had. Could be had. But is it such a big deal to the point where we should boycott the movie? Yeah. We should, no. I do.
Because I feel like it has to stop somewhere. Like, how long you going to keep doing it?
Well, this is how you stop letting it keep happening. Take more ownership, put more investment into independent writers and directors.
Who's gonna do that? Films. That's a lot easier said than done.
It is a lot easier said than done, but you think Hollywood's gonna listen to, I don't know.
They listen to money.
They listen to money. You think people really gonna boycott this movie? No, people gonna go see this movie.
I don't know. You never know what can happen. Like, that ADOS movement is growing. I don't know.
It's growing, but it's not to the point. One, ADOS need to put more effort into politics. They
are putting more effort into politics.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's why ask Kamala Harris.
She's feeling the bird.
Yeah.
But I feel like I said, it's entertainment. It's the story. I think the story of Harriet Tubman need to be told regardless. I don't have a problem with the casting. I do have a problem with. I do wonder why they cast her. You know what I'm saying? I do get people's frustration with it. I will not, but I'm definitely going to see this movie because it's a story about Harriet Tubman. Why wouldn't I see it? You know what I'm saying? And then you got another section of people who say they don't want to see it because they're tired of seeing slave movies. And I'm like,
well, this is like a victorious slave movie.
Yeah, this is not the same type of slave movie that you're used to. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the Roots. You know what I'm saying? The story of Harriet Tubman is not Roots. So, and I think that when it comes to the casting of this young actress, is good that people are actually having a dialogue about it. But as far as a boycott, I think that's being a little bit too extreme. I think ADOS might be the one that wrote it and probably the one that casted her.
Okay, well, she was wrong too. Shit.
Well, yeah,
right.
Call her out. Call her out.
Right.
But still, like I said,
boycott her too. Anybody get boycotted.
Everybody get boycotted. Okay. But that's what I'm saying. I think the story, the kids need to know the story of Harriet Tubman. People want to see the story. People been wanting to see the story of Harriet Tubman on screen. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is just the first adaptation. I don't think this should be the only one. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure it won't be. Yeah.
It shouldn't. It should not be. Because it's like, if they just doing the early parts, who going to tell the story about her later parts? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's Harriet Tubman. She's a figure. So just like it's a bunch of Martin Luther King stories. So you could always do another movie about Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, exactly. Like they have a Martin Luther King story where he's a light skinned dude. I think Terrence Howard played Martin Luther King, didn't he? What is that movie? Was it Terrence Howard?
It was some light skinned guy. I don't have a problem with a light skinned person playing like a dark skinned person or vice versa. That I don't have a problem with.
I would have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all. Like,
I would have a problem with that. I would have a problem with that. That's like saying you don't have a problem with what that girl name who tried to play Nina Simone. And they got on her ass.
But whatever her name is, she could have played Nina Simone, but why the fuck did you put that blackface shit on? That's what I had a problem with, bitch. Play Nina Simone, okay, be her, that's fine. You don't gotta put on blackface. That's insulting.
That was revolting. That was crazy.
What was wrong with you? That's stupid.
You know,
but I feel like if you can pull off a role, you can pull off a role. So your black people become different complexions.
You can say that about Nina Simone, but Nina Simone's ADOS. Oh, girl, she's not technically ADOS,
and she shouldn't have played Nina Simone.
Okay, exactly. So why y'all wasn't saying that back then? Y'all was saying that. Y'all was saying why she put on blackface?
The blackface took over the whole argument. First of all, like why that was just like I couldn't even get past the blackface. Like
that was stupid.
That was just dumb.
That was crazy. But like I was saying, like you were saying, like you don't have a problem with a different complexion black person playing whatever role. Mm-hmm. Like for instance, Chadwick Boseman played what's it? Congress, not the Congress. What was that movie? He played the light skinned guy. What is his name?
James Brown?
Civil rights. No, not James Brown. The one he played as a lawyer. What is his name?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I know the chat would say what the person's name is, but what is the? I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find it for you. I'm about to find it now. But I think I would have more problem if the complexion is and I don't think that's a problem either, me personally. But for other people, it's a big problem, especially for black women. You know, like a light-skinned woman playing a dark-skinned woman's role. Mm-hmm. Black women would have an issue with that. So I get black women gripe with that. One, because of the beauty standards and everything else. And so there was with what you just said, like you don't have a problem with a light-skinned person playing a dark-skinned person role. What's the issue with this? Because it's kind of somewhat in the same kind of vein.
What?
Because a dark-skinned person, a light-skinned person can't really grasp what the hell a darker-skinned, complected person going through in America.
Not necessarily.
I don't agree with that, but that's how people look at it.
But you agree with this lady playing Harriet Tubman?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
So let's get this straight. You think that the lives of a dark-skinned and a light-skinned person in America, Black America, are so different that they can't even play each other on film. However, you also think that someone from London, who more than likely was well off, could play a slave?
I didn't say that, no.
Okay, so tell me this one more time.
You kind of got to switch around.
Okay.
I'm saying I don't have a problem with neither one of them.
Oh, okay. You say, so you don't have a problem with it?
With neither one of it. Like a light-skinned person playing a dark-skinned person, I say I understand people gripes with it, but I don't have a problem with it personally.
I mean, complexion is not that big of a deal to me. I mean, maybe it should. I mean, I'm dark skinned, but I don't know. I don't have complexion issues. Maybe it's because I grew up around different complexions. I don't know. Maybe it is. But unless it's like it just has to make sense. Like when it don't make sense, that's when I have an issue with it.
Right, exactly. If it doesn't make sense, or the character, the actor don't pull the character off well, it be shown. Like I'm saying, we haven't even seen the film. We only saw the trailer, which wasn't a great trailer because of how they cut it. It wasn't a bad trailer neither. It was just like, oh, that's cool. They're doing a Harriet Tubman movie. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the casting of Cynthia Erivo. Hold on 1 second. You can continue to talk.
Well, I mean, I just feel like I think lineage and
it does matter.
Background is a lot bigger than complexion.
It is.
So really I don't even think those two are comparable.
In the same vein.
Yeah, I don't even think they're on the same page. And I just wish a Black ADOS person was playing Harriet Tubman. I mean, it's Harriet
I do
Tubman.
too. Don't get me wrong. I do too.
I feel like the uproar is warranted.
But this is the thing. I don't think the uproar is that big. I haven't seen it online. It ain't that big from what I
think it's gonna get bigger.
I say it probably will close.
Because it was big when they first announced it.
When they first announced it,
I ain't know last year sometime.
About this. Yeah, I ain't know nothing about this at all. Like nothing. And that's when ADOS was really popping off back then. So that's another thing. It's kind of in the ADOS. ADOS is more. People look at ADOS and they think politics. They don't really think about films and everything else. They don't look at the whole scope of what ADOS, the hashtag movement, or the people behind it, how they really feel. You know what I'm saying? They kind of focus on the politics and stuff like that. So I think more people are more geared towards that than, as of right now, than to the full scope of, Black America, the tribalism part of ADOS. Because ADOS is a tribalistic type of thing that's going on.
I mean,
and that's what's going on in America, across the country, because you got to really remember Black people, or descendant people, African descendant people, Aboriginal people, whatever you like to call yourself. We're global citizens. I'll put that in quotation. We're a global citizen. We are a small part within the big world. You know what I'm saying? And I know we're fighting for reparations, but I don't think America is the only one that owes us money. So.
Well, I feel like tribalism is something that's always been going on. We just finally started to establish ourselves as a tribe. That's the only thing I think.
And that's cool. That's cool. But we don't need to separate ourselves.
But I think it was already separated.
That's what the fall of. That's the fall of the African nations. That's the fall of our great civilization, the Moorish Empire, is because of tribalism. Tribalism never helped African descended people or black people, melanated people. Never helped. That's how I looked at it. That's how I viewpoint it.
I don't think it's about separation. I think it's about distinction.
No, it's not. It's not, because when you dig deeper into ADOS, it's not about separation.
Right, and I feel like if an African person, like, you separate yourself if you don't want to. If you in America and you see the Native Americans are starting to form their tribe, why would you have a problem with that? If you got a problem with that, you got the problem. You separate yourself. Like, I don't see why. Like, I don't understand.
No, it gets to the point where people are forcing separation. This whole conversation about who should play Harriet Tubman.
Yes, I mean, that's
somewhat in separation, but it is valid. It is part of separation.
Like, I don't think it's nothing wrong with saying who you are. Like, I don't see black people are caught up in we all black. And I think that is what's causing us to not see things clearly.
Thurgood Marshall, that's the guy that he played.
Oh, okay.
Chadwick Boseman played Thurgood Marshall. Thurgood Marshall is a light-skinned male. Like, I didn't have a problem with, like, I saw the movie. The movie was great. I didn't have a problem with it at all. He did a great job as Thurgood Marshall.
Yeah, I don't get caught up in complexions like that.
Right, but there's a male. But when it comes to black females and not seeing them as much in movie roles, I get why black women be upset. You know?
I get it too. Like, yeah, follow with Storm.
Why Storm ain't black? Why Storm ain't dark? I get it. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So that's what that's why I also get people upset that she's not ADOS. So.
Right. And with black women having that problem, like, I have no problem with them having a problem. Like, I get it. Like, you know, sis, you mad because Storm came out here.
And the same thing, pretty much what Cynthia Erivo said. She pretty much like, I get why people mad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But they got offered me this opportunity, maybe all her life. I'm gonna put words in the actress' mouth, but maybe she really wanted to play a role such as a iconic figure as Harriet Tubman. Who wouldn't want to play Harriet Tubman if he was a female?
I mean, who cares what she wants? I'm just worried about the spot that she's taking.
True. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying maybe she'll do it justice because she probably really wanted the role. Okay. So we never know. You never know until you see the film and see how the film relates, how the film speaks to your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you watch films, it does talk to your spirit.
I mean, and like I said, like, nobody's saying that she can't act. She may be amazing. You know, no one's saying that she's not. Like, I ain't taking the girl talent away. You know, I ain't never seen it. I don't know. I'm not saying anything derogatory about her. I'm not, you know, coming for her like that. So, Cynthia, if you listen to this, I ain't coming for you like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just taking up for my EOS.
F you Akata.
See, I don't think we should play with words like that.
We shouldn't, but hey. But oh man, what I was about to say before we get ready to close this out. I think that like I said, when it comes to Hollywood, can't really be surprised with how Hollywood casts people. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
true.
we have to put more. You know, what is the guy named that the black man that got his own filming company outside of Tyler Perry? Brian something. Is it Brian or Byron something?
Byron Allen?
I believe, Byron Allen.
Yeah.
Byron Allen. You know, people like Byron Allen, we need more people to actually put projects in motion and have us, you know, hire African Americans and Africans so we can tell our stories. You know what I'm saying? Well, we don't have control over the finances and production of our films or of our stories. Somebody else will end up telling our stories, and that's what we're seeing. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. We have to support that. So if you're mad, I'm talking to you, people who are mad about this.
Don't go see the movie.
I ain't telling you to go. Well, you ain't got to see the movie if you don't want to. If you feel that strongly about it, don't go see the movie. But if you're mad about this, you need to create your own script. Develop, get a group of team of people who really want to push this story out there, spearhead it, push it. People making films and put it on the internet, it will get out there. People making very qualified, very great film, independent films. You can tell this same story about Harriet Tubman, go even further and beyond what this movie probably will do. You know what I'm saying? I just think that when it comes to filmmaking and the stories, it's a lot of conjecture within it. It's a lot of nuances within it. It's a lot of people at work with it. You know what I'm saying? Than just who you see. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that, you know, this would be like, oh, well, we done with any story that have to do with Harriet Tubman unless a certain person that we like, that we choose, we can pick and choose.
That's how it should be.
Like, it should not be that. Like, the people who don't make films should not pick and choose who should play what. Because that would be a terrible idea, because the person probably don't even want the damn role.
We ain't gotta pick a certain person, but we can pick a certain person from a certain group.
You can, but that's why I say you need to make your own damn movies.
I mean, I think that's a lot easier said than done to make your own movie.
It is a lot easier said than done, but people do it every day.
As well as compete with a movie that people do every day, and their movies stay on YouTube and Netflix and don't see the light of day like this movie don't see.
That's fine. You probably get more spins and more plays, and have a lot more rewatchability on YouTube or somewhere else than the big.
But I don't think a YouTube movie usually doesn't have the impact of a major Hollywood film, is what I'm saying.
And that's why I don't have a problem with this story being told behind an African American woman writing the story. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with them casting Cynthia Erivo to play, you know what I'm saying, Harriet Tubman. Because you know, it don't have to be the only story that goes this way. It don't have to be the end all be all. It doesn't. And I think the story is bigger. The story of Harriet Tubman, the life of Harriet Tubman, the knowledge of Harriet Tubman, her is bigger than ADOS. It's bigger than, you know, the story is bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? ADOS, I think we need to focus more on the politics.
I think we can focus on everything.
Don't get me wrong. Hollywood is part of the politics.
Right.
Hollywood is part of politics, but I don't think we need to get to the point where, we need to boycott these movies now, so they can really feel us. If you want to, if you feel the need, if you feel that strongly about it, go ahead and boycott it. I'm not joining you on your hashtag rage, because that's pretty much what I'm seeing. It's just hashtag rage. It's internet rage.
I'll just end with saying this. I think representation is important.
It definitely is.
I think culture is important. And
yes, it is.
I think ADOS doesn't have to stay in one box of politics. No. I think we can venture out and do and make noise everywhere if we feel, you know.
That's why I say ADOS needs to start making movies, making films, putting your money together, finance and push each other.
The financing of movies, that's a whole nother story issue.
It's a whole nother conversation too.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother
But I feel like, and I think Harriet Tubman is ADOS. That's all I'm gonna say. Harriet Tubman is ADOS. Period.
Harriet Tubman's father or mother was, I gotta read the book again, but I believe they are African descended people. But
she still is ADOS.
Yeah, of course. You know, yeah, for sure. But with that being said, let us know what y'all think. Y'all have a problem with the casting of Cynthia Erivo as Harriet Tubman? Y'all excited for the Harriet Tubman movie? Do you agree with Deshaun? Do you agree with me? Are you gonna boycott it? You know, cuss me out, cuss Deshaun out.
And let me tell you right now, y'all see some bullshit in the comments, I will be down. I will be down there to fight.
And I'm telling you right now, you start talking trash to me, I ain't gonna say nothing.
I will be down in the motherfucking comments, posted up, waiting on your ass to say some shit.
Cause I ain't got no issues with any of this, so y'all can have it.
I am posted up in the comments as soon as this
as soon as this come up.
As soon as this post, I'm in the comments waiting.
Oh, wait. Man, why some eyes are all over the place?
Right. That's a little eye.
Like a little eye just on it. Like, who is this? Every time I type something, my eye just pop up. Like, what the hell? But yes, man, thank y'all for listening. hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, you know what I'm saying? And have a conversation amongst each other, you know what I'm saying? And don't get nasty with it. Stop beating up on each other. You know, have a civil disagreement conversation like me and my cousin just said. So, peace, love, and light to you all. We catch y'all the next time.
Peace out.
I will not raise my daughter differently than my mother raised me. The rearing I got from my mother, words cannot express. I could live in any time, I could live in any country, I could live on any planet, and I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother that's going to come through you to your daughter?
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And the one that there are two that stand out foremost in my mind. One is, the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is, the universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to it.